Mooncake by Frank Ash. Do you remember that we read another story about this little bear and his obsession with the moon? Let's see, where does the story begin? One summer night, Bear and his friend Little Bird sat down to watch the moon. I love watching the moon, especially when it's the full moon and it's so bright and lights up the sky. After a while, Little Bird said, "I think I feel hungry." "Me too," replied Bear. "And you know what I wish? I wish I could just jump up and take a bite out of the moon. That would be so good. How delicious that would be." "How do you know?" chirped a Little Bird. "Maybe the moon doesn't taste good at all. Maybe it tastes terrible." What do you think? What does the moon taste like? Will we ever have a bite of that moon? I'm kind of thinking it tastes like cheese, and I do like to eat cheese. Bear thought for a moment. We're on this page right here. Then he went inside and got his bow and arrow with a piece of string. He attached a spoon to the arrow. Well, what do you think about that? There it is, the bow and arrow and a spoon attached to it. Where's it going to go? What's it going to do? What do you think? Maybe you read this story already and you know. Then he went outside again and shot the spoon at the moon. Do you think it made it? "I knew that wouldn't work," said Little Bird. "The moon is just too far away. What you need is a rocket ship." "Then I shall build one," said Bear. Have you ever built a rocket ship? All you need is a couple of cardboard boxes and a good imagination. The very next day, Bear went to the junkyard and bought everything he thought he would need to build a rocket ship. Can you see everything there that he thinks he needs? He's going to build a rocket ship. Will he go to the moon? There he is, working and building away at his rocket ship. There's Bear, and there is his rocket ship. All summer long, Bear and Little Bird worked and worked, but when fall came, the rocket ship was still not finished. "I would like to go with you," said Little Bird, "but winter is coming." And what do birds do in the winter? Of course, they fly south. And they must fly south with the flock. So Bear and Little Bird said, "Goodbye, goodbye." And sometimes it's okay to say goodbye. You might even want to say, "See you later." Because goodbye and see you later are two different things. When it began to get cold and the leaves fell off the trees, Bear got sleepy. But instead of climbing into bed and sleeping through the winter, he kept right on working. He worked and worked until the rocket ship was finished. I've never been in a rocket ship. Have you? Oh, there it is. And there's Bear inside the rocket ship. Then he climbed inside and began the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Haunchie. But before he reached one, he fell asleep. What noises do you make when you are sleeping? Hachi, hachi. He slept and slept and slept until one night the wind knocked over the rocket ship. Whoosh! The rocket ship fell over. There's a lot of writing on this page, and I'm going to read it to you. Bear had never been awake in the winter before. When he opened his eyes and saw all the snow, he thought he was on the moon. Of course, what would you think? You'd never seen snow before. Where would you think you would be? He climbed out of his rocket, scooped up some of the snow, and made a little moon cake. Then he tasted it. It tasted like something he had tasted before when he wasn't quite sure what it was. Have you ever eaten snow? And I'm going to tell you, never eat yellow snow, because you know what that is, don't you? We don't want to eat yellow snow. Yuck. Well, he thought about that. He decided to go for a walk. He didn't want to go too far because he wasn't afraid that he would get lost. So he just walked in a big circle. And after a while, he came upon his own paw prints in the snow. There he is. That sounds like a safe thing to do, doesn't it? We don't want to get lost in a strange place. Those paw prints are too big to belong to a moon mouse or even a moon raccoon, thought Bear. Maybe they were made by a moon bear, or perhaps, he shuddered, a terrible moon monster. Bear felt scared. He ran back to his rocket ship and prepared for takeoff. There he goes, back to the rocket ship. Whose footprints do you think those were? Do you think they were Bear's? Again, he began the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And again, he fell asleep. This time, he slept until spring. Who's coming back? Do you see Little Bird flying back? One day, his friend Little Bird returned and woke him up. How was everything down south? Asked Bear. Just fine, said Little Bird. Did you go to the moon? Asked Little Bird. I sure did, said Bear. And how did the moon taste? Asked Little Bird. Was it terrible? No, replied Bear. It was delicious. And that is the end of the story of Mooncake by Frank Ash. A very good story, and a very good story for you to think about. And to know that your Grandma Sue loves you with all her heart. Higher, deeper, longer, more than skidamarinka-dinka-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skidamarinka-dinka-dink, skidamarinka-doo. Grandma Sue loves you. I do. See you next time for the next story. You are special to my heart.